Night of the Seven Kingdoms' second episode has arrived, and many new characters have been shown in this episode. Dunk and Egg's relationship has moved one step forward, and many hints have been given about Egg's identity. So in today's video, we will talk about every detail that you missed in this episode. And without any delay, let's get started. The episode begins with a full-frontal male nude scene where Sir Arlen of Pennytree, or let's say Sir Erlong of Pennytree, is shown. He stands outside without any clothes and answers nature's call. Now see, I didn't want to notice it, but it is too obvious to ignore. And the director of this episode clearly wanted the audience to notice it. Arlen's stuff is shown as exaggerated, and the more absurd it looks on screen, the more symbolic it becomes. Here, the show is telling us that everything related to Arlen is exaggerated. It is the same way he told Dunk stories, and how Dunk now tells those same stories to others, exaggerated over time. This exaggeration has been symbolized through Arlen's body. Later in the episode, Dunk and Baelor Targaryen also argue over the same idea. This scene suggests that people romanticize knights and treat them like myths, as if they are fantasy figures. But in the end, knights are humans who do human things, just like Sir Arlen here. The next detail summarizes the theme of this entire episode. Arlen of Pennytree has a large scar on his hand. This scar is one of the reasons Arlen later dies. And all of this happened for whom? For lords who don't even remember him. In this episode, Dunk tells Arlen's story to different lords. This shows the harsh reality of this world. People care about lords and kings, but those same lords and kings don't remember ordinary knights. They are too full of themselves. This is exactly what Dunk wants to change when he says at the end of the episode, "We will show them what his hand has wrought." Dunk remembers his final days with Sir Arlen. In that memory, Arlen is singing a song, which suggests he was going to Ashford to enjoy himself. This moment is taken from the book. The song itself originally appears in A Storm of Swords, but in the book it is about Gulltown, not Ashford. Here, in Dunk's memory, Arlen sings the song for Ashford instead. The flashback shifts. Dunk and Arlen are sitting under an elm tree in the rain. Both are eating hard salt beef, which is also the title of this episode. At the end of the episode, Dunk eats the same food again. Salt beef is tough. It is difficult to chew. It looks dry, tasteless, and unglamorous. This shows that Arlen's life was not easy. He had no home, nothing. He struggled daily, tried to survive daily, and worked for lords his entire life. And this is how he died. While this flashback continues, Dunk goes to many houses seeking sponsorship. He goes to House Florent, bannerman of House Tyrell. He requests House Tyrell. He also goes to House Hereford. The important detail here is that the Lord of House Hereford was once Hand of the King to King Darren II, and Arlen fought alongside him. In that same conflict, Arlen's nephew, Roger Pennytree, was killed during the Blackfyre Rebellion. But the point is, nobody remembers, because thousands of knights serve in war and thousands die. And the truth about Arlen is that he was not a famous knight, and if you are not famous in Westeros, you simply do not exist. Then Egg says a line that hurts Dunk deeply. "I don't want shit." Egg is pragmatic here. His logic is simple. If nobody remembers you, then you were not successful. Since we are talking about House Florent, there is a small Easter egg. In Game of Thrones, Stannis Baratheon's wife, Selyse Florent, is a descendant of this house. This is the first time Targaryens are formally shown in this series, entering with banners. The camera focuses on Egg's face, and his reaction looks tense and uneasy. There are more moments like this. Even when Dunk mentions that House Targaryen might take him into service, Egg's reaction becomes strange. There is a long pause. I think he knows something about the Targaryens. That is why this detail is being highlighted. 3 Targaryen princes are introduced. Prince Baelor, Breakspear. The first thing to notice is that Baelor's hair is dark, not silver. This might seem strange to casual viewers because Targaryens are known for silver hair. But Baelor's hair is dark because his mother was from House Martell, giving him Dornish blood. This is also a political statement. Darren II allied with House Martell to integrate Dorne into the realm. Conservative Targaryens found this offensive. Baelor's appearance itself becomes a controversy, but there is no arrogance in him. He is the most powerful man in the room, yet his presence feels calm and reassuring. Prince Maekar. Maekar is hard-edged, prickly, and tense. He is the 4th son and has always lived in Baelor's shadow. Baelor is beloved, competent, and respected. Maekar is capable too, but constantly overshadowed. His silver hair shows stronger Valyrian traits. Prince Aerion Brightflame. Aerion feels completely different. His personality is disturbing. He gives off a Joffrey or Homelander type of energy. He is unpredictable and deeply entitled. In the stable scene, he assumes Dunk is a servant and commands others to handle him. Dunk is 7 feet tall, in armor, yet Aerion still sees him as beneath him. Dunk feels hopeful when he meets Sir Donal of Duskendale, a Kingsguard knight wearing the white cloak. In Westeros, this is the highest honor for a knight. Donal tells Dunk, "I am a Crabber's son." For Dunk, this feels inspiring. He thinks that if a Crabber's son can become Kingsguard, then maybe an orphan like him can rise too, but Egg gives him a reality check. Donal's father may have been a Crabber, but half the Crabber fleet in Westeros belonged to him. This reveals a brutal truth. The idea of the self-made man in Westeros is mostly a myth. Donal presents his story as humble, but the reality is that he had wealth, resources, and connections. We meet Lord Ashford's daughter, named Gwyn, in the show. In the book, she has no name. The tournament is being held on her 13th name day. Maekar Targaryen's sons are missing. He has 4 sons. Among them, Daeron and Aegon are missing. The 4th son not mentioned is Aemon Targaryen, the same Aemon we later see in Game of Thrones, who joins the Night's Watch. Baelor's outfit includes the hand of the Kingpin, confirming his importance. Baelor tells Maekar that in a tourney, he broke 4 lances against Arlen before unhorsing him. Dunk corrects him and says, not 4, 7. This reflects the exaggeration of stories over time. In reality, maybe only 4 lances were used, but when Arlen told this to Dunk, he exaggerated it to make himself seem more impressive. However, this moment also proves something powerful. Baelor actually remembers. He remembers the performance of a random knight in detail. He even confirms that Arlen defeated Daemon Lannister, the Grey Lion. This moment directly contrasts with earlier scenes where lords could not remember Arlen at all. Baelor allows Dunk to enter the tourney, but with one condition. Dunk cannot use Arlen's sigil because he is not blood-related. He must choose his own sigil. Legally, this is a technicality. Symbolically, this is huge. Dunk must define his own identity. He cannot live forever in Arlen's shadow. He must prove himself. When Dunk is called in and asked why he has come, he subtly deepens his voice. He changes his tone to sound more confident and authoritative. This is him trying to live by Lionel Baratheon's advice, to stand tall, to be tall, to live like someone who believes in himself. Dunk returns to the puppet show by Tansel the Tall. In one scene, she appears taller than Dunk. This is deliberately staged by placing her on a hidden platform. Symbolically, it suggests that she is mentally taller than Dunk. Later, she admits she was called too tall. But unlike Dunk, she does not slouch or hide herself. She embraces who she is, while Dunk still struggles with self-acceptance. Dunk asks Tansel to paint his shield. The sigil becomes a collaborative creation. The elm tree is chosen by Egg, representing the tree under which Dunk and Arlen camped, a symbol of roots and strength. The falling star is suggested by Dunk, connecting Egg to his destiny. The sunset field is also chosen by Dunk. This shows that Egg is no longer just a squire. He has become part of Dunk's identity. Dunk is young and socially awkward, especially around girls. When Tansel says she was called too tall, Dunk starts to say, "You are not too tall. You are just right for," and then stops himself. He almost says something flirty, but immediately catches himself. This shows his innocence and inexperience. Dunk and Egg's relationship develops well here. Dunk has the strength. Egg has the intelligence. Dunk needs armor that fits his size, but armor is expensive. He cannot afford it. So he mortgages Sweetfoot, one of the horses he inherited. He says goodbye to the horse and promises to return after winning. But there is doubt in his eyes. This is a painful sacrifice. Dunk is gambling his last asset on skills he hasn't even proven yet. The tournament begins and many knights and lords appear. For Egg, this is thrilling. A childhood fantasy brought to life. For Dunk, this is terrifying. The camera stays tight on his face. The sound design isolates him. He realizes these are professionals. They trained from childhood. They have the best armor, the best horses, the best resources. Dunk is just a street fighter using rented equipment. This moment humanizes him deeply. He is scared, but he does not quit. Egg pretends to fight imaginary enemies with a sword, symbolically killing Blackfyre supporters. The Blackfyre Rebellion happened 12 years ago. Egg clearly knows a lot about Targaryen history. Dunk and Egg sit near the campfire. Dunk admits that maybe Arlen was not a great knight, maybe he was just average, but then he says, "I am his legacy." This is a simple but powerful declaration. Dunk decides he will validate Arlen's life through his own future. He will show the Lords that Arlen's training mattered, that Arlen deserved to be remembered. So this was the breakdown video. If you noticed any detail I missed, share it in the comments. If you liked the video, like and share it. And if you want more such breakdowns, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys.